thank you for joining us today. You are watching Tax Free Weekends, a new initiative by ICICI Direct. I am Sachin Jain, research analyst at ICICI Direct, and today we have a very special guest, Mr. Jinesh Gopani, Head Equities, Axis Mutual Fund. Welcome to the show, Jinesh.
Yeah, hi, how are you? Thank you.
Yeah, I am good, Jinesh. So, Jinesh, being the ELS thing, the first thing which comes to the mind is, especially for the first-time investors, that ELSS is competing against, especially in the ATC section, against the fixed fixed income instruments like PPF, VPF, and tax saving FDs, which are offering return in the range of say 5% to 8.5%.
Correct.
And ELSS being the equity product, it offers variable return and it is based on equity market returns. So why do you think that ELSS are better placed compared to these fixed return instruments?
See, if you see the history of ELSS funds, and I can speak about Axis because now we are 11-year-old, so I can speak more with confidence. Given the opportunity available in the equity markets to invest in some of the high ROE companies, return on equity, and if you are consistent and steady performer, at least our data shows that an investor can make anywhere between 300 to 400 basis point tax-free returns on a CAGR basis compared to those instruments you just alluded to. So I think first is it is a 3-year lock-in period. First is helps the investor to start putting money diligently for a longer period of time. And second, for funds and the fund manager, it helps to invest with a long-term view and with a view that if you are able to hold on any story with 3 to 5 year view, the compounding effect of that story really helps portfolio returns. And as I said, that anywhere, at least our history shows that anywhere around 300 to 400 basis point higher returns than any other instrument you can get. It is a tax-free return, and at the same time, after 3 years, it becomes an open-ended. So whether you wish to continue with it and or you exit depending on your risk appetite and the liability flows what you have. So I think it's a very good product to start investing. It is more of nurturing the investor to start investing and look for long-term returns, then look at day-to-day market activity and getting scared.
Right. I think that's very well said, actually. So, Jinesh, as we speak today, the markets are trading almost near all-time high.
Correct.
So, is it the right time to choose equity-based, tax-saving instrument?
See, frankly speaking, Sachin, if you are looking with a 3 to 5 year view in terms of investment, and see, any which ways you are not going to put all your capital or all your savings into equity market, right? So my advice to investors would be never ever time the market, because markets can go up 10% from here on and collapse also 10% here. But if you do systematic investment with a view that I will hold on to those investments with at least 3-year to 5-year view, then the near-term volatility of the markets gets taken care of and the equilibrium persists. And so even let's say hypothetically, if markets are at 15,000, see 15,000 is just the number, right? But we have to understand why that, from where the constituents, which companies are delivering on those numbers, and they are still going very, very strong. So don't get into that view of timing the market, because I have seen in my experience of last 11 years in Axis that when you try to time the market doesn't reward you well.
Right. So, while we all know ELSS scheme have the lowest lock-in of 3-year period, the biggest fear on the investor's mind, at least, is that what if equity markets fall when the lock-in period of 3 year ends? So a kind of a reinvestment risk. This is a very usual question which is being asked to us. So how you want to take it off? Yeah.
Every 3-5 years, if you really see, there is a business cycle, right? So you will have one good year, one bad year, again one good year. So I don't think at least backtesting our data points or backtesting over last 20 years what we have seen, I would say on a average 3-year basis, I have not seen investors not making money, and obviously unless and until there is a COVID kind of a situation and it's a black swan kind of an event, so then investors should just hold on to those stories for some period of time, and you have seen so much the NAVs have come back, right? So I think over a period of time, if your GDP is growing, let's say nominal GDP is growing around 11-12%, and companies are able to grow at 1.5x or 2x or 3x of nominal GDP, and are delivering, let's say, 15% plus average ROEs, see, ultimately you will end up making good money.
Right. I think the related question is, the return of ELSS funds as in general are similar to multi-cap funds or flexi-cap funds.
Correct.
So the question is it better to stay invested even after the lock-in period of say 3 years has expired and consider these funds as a multi-cap funds in the overall equity basket?
Correct. So see, I think you cannot do excessive differentiation, right? But what I said in my opening comment was, it genuinely helps investors to create a habit of investment, because you are locked in for 3 years, right? Sometimes what happens that let's say, and this is just a hypothetical case, that let's say you have invested some money and suddenly market collapse, your tendency would be to take out money, right? And when again market recover, you might try to time the market and not invest that time, and you lose that I think opportunity, I would say. So I think idea is to first bring in the investor, start slowly investing, create a habit of investment so that you don't get lured by both ups and downs in the market, and then look for long-term returns. At least our history shows that at the end of the day, people have not able to understand the importance of compounding. You just imagine if you are able to compound your money by 12-13% CAGR, tax-free money, you just understand the amount of wealth you will create on your small 1,50,000 investments, what you are doing to start with in the tax plan. So I think this creates the habit of investment, and at the same time it helps investor get compounding returns.
Yeah, I think that's very well said about the habit and the habit of compounding actually. So the next question, so coming to Axis Long-Term Equity Fund, how the fund is now positioned in terms of sector location, and even what is your overall view on the market, equity market?
See, from the market perspective, obviously one has to be cautiously optimistic, I should say, because there are some kind of fraud which is getting into the system. You would have witnessed the way the retail online trades are happening. When we see the delivery volumes of various stocks, hardly anything. So the retail investor has been all over the place in terms of buying and getting that instant gratification of the market. So I think we need to be a bit cautious. Also, we need to understand that we have come out of COVID, but there could be sort of a second wave in India or maybe globally if there is a big black swan event again. So we have to be cautiously optimistic. But having said that, I would genuinely say the economy has come back very sharply. If you take Q2 and Q3 numbers of this fiscal year has been pretty good, and company still continues to makes us understand that the momentum is pretty good on the economy side. Plus the budget has really helped in keeping that momentum going in terms of the way various I would say plans are there of the government in terms of IPOs, in terms of disinvestment. So unless and until there is a big black swan event, doesn't look like that markets will collapse. Maybe there might be a 5-7% intermittent correction, but that is a healthy correction, I would say. So again, my advice would be don't time the market, keep investing diligently. But when you are investing now, at least in our funds, I would genuinely advise invest with 2 to 3 year views, because near term could be very, very volatile.
Right. Dinesh, the Axis as a fund house, you have always been tilted towards the quality and the growth segment of the market.
Correct.
And actually that has really paid well in the last 3, 4, 5 years, and fantastic fund performance across the schemes. But now there is an expectation in the market that there is going to be a rotation, where the cyclicals can come back, in terms of outperformance, value as a style can come back. So what is your view on it, and how do you want to position it?
I think, markets is like an ocean, right? Everyone has opportunity to play. Clearly, when growth has gone to this level in terms of valuation and value, stocks are here. Obviously, there will be some equilibrium coming at play. However, if you take history on a longer term basis, my simple thought process is good management, strong businesses ultimately deliver you on a consistent and steady basis. So that is what I'm trying to say, that when you are investing in Axis, we are not momentum players. So we will not do well when value stocks are going up, or when stocks are going up just for some news stories and everything. We really believe in numbers of those companies, and we really act on the results. If company is doing well and company is delivering good growth, we are okay to hold on for a longer period of time. So there could be periods of underperformances in the near term, which we are okay, but we would not like to change our style just because markets are good to other strategies. Having said that, obviously we would trim down some of the positions where we feel that the target prices have reached, and maybe we move into cyclicals where we feel that after the budget there could be a good run which can come at play. But it will happen slowly, steadily. I cannot change my entire portfolio on one day. So maybe 5 to 10% of the portfolio change we would have already done, and over a period of time, depending on how economy moves, we will do it.
Right. So which are the sectors or the segments of the market which you feel are actually really overvalued, and you will be slightly cautious on it?
So see, I would not say overvalued, but I can say they might be relatively expensive as compared to others. So maybe the entire, frankly to say, is the pharma basket, which has done very well. So it might now wait for some time before next leg of pharma sector move. Maybe some kind of a consumption basket, because they did very well last year, so they might not perform for in the near term. So that is what I'm trying to say, that some of these sectors we will trim, and we have trimmed it, and we are moving into cyclicals like power sector or capital goods sector or cement sector, to ensure that you have a proper mix of stocks when you are playing with a 2 to 3 year.
Right. So finally, before we leave you, what kind of an advice would you like to give to investors to help them become better wealth creators?
No, I think one simple advice is, please don't look at market on a day-to-day basis. Invest slowly, judiciously. Don't time the market. Don't try to get into a thinking that I know the market, or and start giving views on the market. Just invest slowly, steadily, and diligently over a period of time. I am very sure that any funds you invest, not only Axis or anywhere, they will deliver you much better returns than what you are getting in FDs or other fixed income products. So, just leaving a thought that last 11 years since inception, Axis long-term equity has delivered more than 15% CAGR for the investors. So I think at the end of the day, till the time companies are delivering good numbers, companies are on a growth path, I think there is good money making opportunity. The only problem is people don't understand the impact of compounding or the importance of compounding, and then they get swayed by near term.
Yeah, I think that's really well said. I think discipline, make your compounding work for you is what I think that should be a takeaway.
Correct.
I think that's really very well explained. So thank you for sharing your views, Dinesh. I'm quite sure the information you have shared will definitely help our viewers to take informed decisions in their investment approach.
Thank you, Sachin. Thank you very much. All the best.